One massive election result just upended Central European politics, fundamentally shifting the long-standing regional power balance. Viktor Orbán has ruled Hungary for 16 years, creating his version of an illiberal democracy. Through various political maneuvers, his Fidesz party maintains control over the nation's governance. Hungary stands apart from the European Union, frequently defying Brussels while keeping controversial ties to Russia, according to, creating significant political tension within the bloc. Western critics viewed Orbán as a driver of democratic decay, a leader who seized control over courts, state-owned firms, and the country's media outlets. Despite Orbán's pervasive media control, many Hungarian voters felt a growing, intense anger. This widespread frustration simmered beneath the surface of the political landscape. Citizens grew tired of persistent economic stagnation, increasing international isolation, and the powerful oligarchs who accumulated massive wealth during this period. Leading up to the April 12, 2006 election, voters focused on one thing: whether they could actually dismantle the political foundation of the Orbán era. Fidesz faced a direct challenge from Péter Magyar, whose rising Tisza party aims to replace Orbán's long-standing political order and reshape the nation's leadership. On April 12, 2026, everything changed. As early votes arrived, the political establishment saw the long-standing Fidesz stronghold collapse, signaling a massive shift in power. Once the final tallies arrived, Péter Magyar, leader of the Tisza party, won a landslide. Even his closest campaign staff did not expect such a massive margin in the results. The people in Budapest celebrated loudly, with witnesses describing the scene as a massive, sudden outburst of joy. Thousands gathered by the Danube to watch the political shift happen live, witnessing the early election results that show Magyar Tisza ahead of Orbán's Fidesz. This victory felt like a direct, public refusal of the current regime, signaling a massive shift in momentum. The Tisza party won a massive majority in Hungary's 19-seat legislature. This result stripped Fidesz of its power to govern alone, fundamentally changing the country's political balance. During his victory speech, Péter Magyar told the massive cheering crowds, "We won not small but big very," as supporters celebrated the end of Viktor Orbán's 16-year rule. Magyar spoke about reclaiming the truth and rebuilding Hungary. Addressing his massive crowd, he declared, "Tonight, truth prevailed over lies." This powerful statement followed the recent election results. He called the win a moment Hungarians defended their home, arguing that voters effectively changed the course of the nation's history. Viktor Orbán didn't just retreat, his position collapsed entirely. The end came when the prime minister finally admitted he had lost the election, marking a definitive shift in power. In a significant political shift, Orbán called Péter Magyar to admit Fidesz lost the election, effectively signaling that his long-standing era of dominance has come to an end. This call confirmed his 16-year rule is finally finished. Orbán's allies, ranging from us conservatives to various European leaders, reacted with profound shock, but many Hungarians met the news with genuine disbelief and widespread joy. Daniel Hernandez Kontler wants a more human Hungary, where the government worked for every citizen instead of only favoring Fidesz loyalists. The Tisza party won a supermajority in parliament after their massive election victory. This specific date matters because it provides the legal window that lets Magyar officially start dismantling the core, long-standing structures of Orbán's illiberal democracy. He can now directly contest Fidesz's grip on courts, state firms, and national media. This shift allows for a fundamental challenge to the party's control over Hungary's core institutions. Magyar is outlining detailed plans to change Hungary. He intends to fix the current friction between the Hungarian government and the European Union's leadership, aiming to resolve long-standing political tensions. He plans aggressive domestic reforms to stop corruption and the misuse of public funds. These measures aim to strengthen oversight and accountability. Magyar plans a cleanup unlike anything we have seen. He wants top-level officials to resign immediately to remove Fidesz influence from the state entirely, effectively purging the administration. We need to fix the state and make Hungarian institutions work for the people again, rather than serving a single leader. For the European Union, this political shift might finally kill the veto culture that frequently stalls critical EU decisions regarding Ukraine aid and migration policy. If Magyar restores relations with the EU and NATO, the entire European security architecture will change. But the road ahead looks incredibly difficult, facing deep-seated diplomatic hurdles. Breaking 16 years of institutional control won't happen overnight. Fidesz-aligned bureaucrats and remaining oligarchs will fight these changes. We should expect heavy resistance from these established power structures. Central Europe's political landscape is shifting rapidly. Can Magyar actually follow through on his ambitious transparency and reform promises? His ultimate success or failure will dictate the fundamental direction of European politics through the 2030s. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.